What's up guys, it's Mike with Shallow Reefing, coming back at you with another video, and today I'm on a quest to make my tank better because there are some things in my tank that just are bothering me, and I feel like it's gotta be the microbiome of the tank. Something's going on, it's not living up to my expectations. I got a lot of cyano going on still, which everyone knows, bane of my existence is cyano. So we're gonna take a look at the tank real quick, see what's going on, and then I'll tell you my possible solution. All right, you can kind of see cyano is everywhere. This kind of flipped over. Now, I have all that, vibrant out of the tank, but for some reason, this coral is starting to bleach back and lose a lot of color. You can kind of see dirty sand bed. I do a 20-gallon water change every 2 weeks, siphon out the sand bed. You can kind of see these puppies kind of died with the vibrant. It's been over a month and a half since the vibrant. I've done probably about 170 gallons worth of water change since then. Things just aren't looking good. This kind of got stung, didn't recover. This got stung, didn't recover. The acans in the back kind of thrown to the side because, that acan echinata really beat the crap out of all those corals. SPS isn't doing too bad. LPS isn't doing too bad over here. Just a lot of gunk and funk in the tank, a lot of cyano kind of building up. You can kind of see it gets in those crevices. And I'm kind of just done with all that stuff. I've gone through my ICP analysis and all my ICP testing looks pretty dang good, honestly. We obviously know I lost this because of Vibrant. And it just kind of snowballed from there. Luckily, I was able to save my strawberry shortcake, but overall, I think the tank can be better. These patches of cyano are really bothering me, and let's see if my solution will solve this problem of all the cyano and gunk. Definitely not sponsored because this was expensive, but I got it for 15% off because they're doing the end of the year sale. This is the AquaBiomics Microbiome test. I'm gonna do the before and after test, and I'm gonna send out one of these samples. I was gonna kind of film me doing it, but they already have a video on it and they're way better at this than I am. So I'm gonna send out this sample whenever I get it done. I'm not gonna really show you how to do it because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to watch that video 2 or 3 more times. But I'm gonna send it out and we're gonna look at my microbiome breakdown and see what's going on. Then after I send it out, I'm gonna start dosing a bunch of these probiotics, bacteria blends, therapies, all that stuff. I've done a deep dive on it, and I'm gonna do it in my next video and talk to you about each one of these products and what it does. Then after a month, I'll begin another one of these tests that are gonna be shipped to me, and maybe I'll get the 15% off. Hopefully they give me the 15% off because it's like a recurring payment. But these tests are like 80 bucks, so yeah, they're really expensive. So that test was 80 bucks, I'm gonna get billed twice for it, and then all those bacteria bottles, that was like probably like 90 bucks. So it's about like a $250 video minimum on this tank. All that to solve this ugly stage of my tank at the 3-year mark. Gotta figure out what's going on. All that's to say, you guys better really like these next 2 videos because they're like 250 bucks for the combination of these 2 videos. And by the way, the ad revenue I make off of it is probably like $15 a video. Not really good return on my investment, but whatever. I want to know what the heck's going on in this tank and let you guys know if you should be buying some of these Fauna Marin products, which will be popping up in the next video. All right, so I've been kind of holding off on sending out my sample because, well, we're about to have a huge, it's Saturday right now when I'm filming this, and we're about to have like a huge winter storm hit the area, and we're gonna talk to like sub-0 degree temperatures and some snow's coming on Monday. So my plan is probably collecting the sample on Tuesday or maybe even Wednesday when the weather's looking better, and send out the sample because I really don't want to have anything go wrong when we're in transit, and that's for sure. And you can even see the cyano like inside my corals. All right, with that being said, hopefully the next video I throw up here is me going over my results. So I will see you probably about a week from now. I got my report back. So I sent this in, probably over a month ago, and I just got it back. February 21st is the report date, and I got an email on the 22nd. So it took them a month after I had shipped it to get the report. So this kind of took a little bit of time. So let's look at my overall report. Now with this, we look at the biodiversity. And this is pre-bacteria dosing. And my biodiversity is at the 87th percentile. That means it's more diverse than 87% of the tanks that are sampled, which is insane biodiversity for my tank. It is 3 years old. I've done Dr. Tim's. I have done Microbacter Clean, Microbacter 7. I've done Biodigest. I've done ChemiClean. I know it's probably wiped out a bunch of stuff, but I've done a ton of stuff putting bacteria in the tank. Now, this is supposed to be a pre versus post Faunomeran Bacto dosing to see how it affects my microbiome in the tank and to see if it increases, biodiversity. But when you're at the 87th percentile, there's not much more you can do. That's pretty dang good. Now, my balance score is pretty good. It's at the 52nd percentile, right in that average range for the balance of it. Now, the main thing is my breakdown. When you look at this, I have a higher prevalence of Vibrio. I have less Alteromanidaceae. I don't know. I've looked at some of these prior to filming. Biodiversity is looking pretty good. Just have a little bit too much Vibrio. And then one of the cool things is you can kind of see how you can fix it by going to these links. And this is how they talk about the DNA sequencing. But for some of the Vibrio, they're like, hey, yeah, we don't know how to fix Vibrio, but it's in your tank. So you can increase the biodiversity. But at the 87th percentile, why am I going to try to increase biodiversity at that point? When I look at my nitrifying community, it is like rock solid. I mean, got nitrifying bacteria, which will convert ammonia to nitrite and nitrate, nitrite oxidizing bacteria. I have really good bacteria to help with my nitrogen cycle, which is kind of what I noticed, and that's why I've been running lower nitrates as opposed to phosphates. So that's something that it's kind of, cool that you can see, like, okay, there's actually a reason why my nitrates run significantly lower than my phosphates is because I am filled with all this stuff. Concerned at is my cyanobacteria levels. As you can see, a little bit higher, but not that much higher. It does show that I have 4 different strains of cyanobacteria, which isn't bad at all. But, my range is pretty high. Typical range is between the 10th to 90th percentile. My sample contains higher levels of cyanobacteria. So let's look at these notes for what to do. Manual removal of cyano. Cool. That's what I've been doing, vacuuming and cleaning. I guess I got to go in harder. Increase nitrates by about 5 to 10. I've been putting nitrates on a doser, but because of my high levels of nitrifying bacteria, it's actually allowing my nitrates to be consumed pretty quickly. And increase microbial biodiversity. Not going to do that because I'm already at a high percentile and I'm already, dosing that Faunomeran product. So my pre-test is kind of interesting breakdown. Some pathogens for fish, got about 2 of them. I'm guessing these are both extremely common because this one, when I clicked on it, said it's like one of the most common fish pathogens that is in the tank, and it's for damselay. So maybe when I had those chromis a long time ago, back in my 80 gallon, maybe something made it over. I don't know. In coral pathogens, this is kind of one I was really kind of curious about. Now, my green slimer kind of started to do some STN and RTN. I think this could be the culprit right here. The Acrobacter type of coral pathogen. Something about this probably is what caused the demise of my green slimer. So you can kind of click on these different types of notes and stuff. But unfortunately, coral pathogens aren't very well known. So you get just kind of like the basic, like, hey, this is what it could be. I do like this overall, but we're going to cut off this screenshot and then have me talk about something for a bit. Alright guys, so what do I think about AquaBiomics testing? Not bad. It gave me a little insight to my tank. I'm doing the pre and post dosing. So we'll see what my levels are after I do my whole fauna system I've already completed and I've already sent out the samples, so it'll be real quick for you guys when you see the next video. But right now, when I look at this, I don't even know if I would do any bacteria dosing for my tank because my levels look really good. I'm going to film it from a distance, that way you guys can't see the results of all my bacteria dosing and what I've been kind of doing. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't have done this whole before and after thing if I would have seen those levels beforehand and realized, man, it's just a little bit of cyano, and if I just like hit it harder with manual removal, it would be good to go. So this test did kind of help me realize that my problem has never really been bacterial. It's really been more of a nutrient sink, and it's mostly due to, you know, high phosphate levels, and my nitrate levels are actually rock solid because I have really great nitrifying bacteria. So guys, I will let you go this time. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, click the subscribe button, give me a like, give me a comment below, and let me know how you like kind of my tank breakdown of my AquaBiomics test. And yes, if you see there's something in the corner, might be getting some fish through quarantine soon. And you guys can stick around for the next batch of fish coming in and the update to how did my fauna dosing do pre versus post.